Getting it up to number 11, Ryan Lambert, over for Napier. Lambert to Napier, shoots a score!
Oh, he's having a good playoffs, Napier. 2-on-1 with only Palmatier to beat, and a good play by the Canadiens sets them in front 1-0 early in the first period here, Gary.
In front, Maloney fired it off the leg wide. Turnbull then takes his shot right on the door! Harold Sittler. Burrows, a long pass for Randy McDonald. He's going over the line. Shoot! Oh! Up in the corner, and it goes around to Dan Maloney. Maloney to McKechnie. McKechnie ran into Lupien. Now then, Jacques Lemaire. Stopped by Turnbull. Turnbull goes down the ice, and he was hit by Robinson. Williams after his man, but it's out for Bob Gainey. Gainey gets over the line, and then was checked by Boreas Alman, and there's going to be a penalty.
Well, obviously, Rogers told his charges to play the man tonight. Minute 31 left in this period. Gainey.
Paul Gardner gets the penalty for slashing.
He may have thrown an elbow or a high stick.
Interference here with Burrows.
Well, I'll tell you, that's where all the action takes place.
Knock that down. Now then we have Jerry Butler into a mix-up.
That took place as the puck was skidding into the Leaf zone. There was a helmet loss deep in the Montreal end, and Ken Dryden retrieved that and sent it sliding down the ice. It's Engblom, number 3, getting up, and Butler, 17, still having or trying to get the last word in.
Brian, it started right behind Dryden there when they both collided into the boards. Butler ran Engblom into the boards, and then maybe some words exchanged between the two players, and then they went at it again.
4 minutes in penalties. He gets the double minor, and Engblom, number 3, gets 1 minor for fighting. That's the start of it, right in behind the net.
Time 3:01.
Lapointe was in there briefly, too. This all came at 3:01 into the second period. The Leafs leading the hockey game 2-1.
Gets it over, though, to Gainey. Bob Gainey trying to cut in. He's off to the side. Bob Gainey then feeds it to Larry Robinson. A shot. Robinson going right in. Shoots the score! Napier shot it wide. Off the post when he had Palmatier down. Goes into the corner. Canadiens with a man right in front of it. He scores! Jacques Lemaire. The puck comes out to center ice. Robinson and Savard trying to get control of it. And Serge Savard goes back to Larry Robinson. And then Williams and Savard.
Nothing developed there. And, you know, Gainey played that well. He didn't want to be third man into a situation like that, so he kind of pushed his own man, Savard, out of the play.
Well, you know how important Savard is to Montreal's defense, and what Gainey wants to do is keep him on the ice. Why put him in the penalty box for 5 minutes?
This is Stanley Cup 79 from Maple Leaf Gardens in Toronto. And Savard then shoots the puck around for Bob Gainey. Gainey with a pass over onto the far wing to Rick Sartre. As Lanny McDonald went into the boards rather heavily, and he's hurt himself.
Bill, I see Lanny McDonald at the Leaf bench walking up and down behind the bench. He did go off to the Leaf dressing room or the medical room briefly. This all resulted as after a collision or a near check on Bob Gainey. McDonald tried to hit Gainey. Gainey just stepped aside, and McDonald crashed into the boards, then limped off to the Leaf bench.
Darryl Sittler has it. 2 minutes and 26 seconds remaining in regulation time. 3-2 Montreal. Sittler is
Lapointe put one into his own net.
Lapointe deflected it in the net. And oh boy, we're back in it again. How about that?
What a shocker with 2:20 to play. The Leafs have tied it at 3.
Less than a minute to go in the third period. Palmatier then to Turnbull. Lafleur is after him. It's hit the referee, Robinson. Now Gainey couldn't get it. Turnbull has it, lost it. There's Pierre Mondu going right in. And his shot hit Jones. Jones brings it out. Gets it up at center for Jerry Butler. Butler's got it over the line. Going in on goal. And a great save by Dryden. Another shot out in front. Here's Turnbull with 26 seconds. Turnbull into the corner. He goes back to the net. Left it there for Jerry Butler. Butler back for Salmi and rolled out. And Lafleur has it. 3-on-1. 14 seconds. Over to Mondieu. Palmatier stopped that. It's back to Gainey. Over to Lafleur. Pass. And that goes wide of the net. The puck comes to Curry Jones. He gets it out. And what a finish. To regulation time.
We've got overtime.
Yes, sir.
And Palmatier, he's made a believer out of me.
Wasn't that some play at the end? The Leafs were dog-tired.
Gainey knocked down. Walt McKechnie had the puck, shot it to the blue line, but not out. Serge Savard keeps it in with a shot. That goes in front of the net. Palmatier's down, and he's got it.
We have a mix-up now with behind the goal. Hutchison was in there. Savard made a great play to keep that puck from being offside. He trapped it right on the blue line, kept it in, and it almost found the corner of the net. Palmatier, very alert. Saganuk in there.
Saganuk and Hughes, huh?
Pat Hughes hasn't had much ice time tonight.
First shift.
I tell you, Scotty, he must have had a brainwave of some sort. You know, he hasn't played the guy the whole game and then puts him out there. That's a tough situation for a player to find himself. Sit out for 60 minutes and then get into a game in sudden death overtime.
What's the biggest problem, Gary? Is it the legs? I mean, you must be pretty cramped on that bench.
Oh, not only that, Brian, but you're not even into the game. You don't even feel part of it. You're sitting there watching like a cheerleader, and then all of a sudden you're thrust into the action, and you know, one mistake on your part and the game is over. So you're very aware of that. Scotty's probably playing a hunch. Maybe I'll send my boy out there and he'll end it.
McKechnie wins the draw. Ian Turnbull trying to get the puck out. It came to center right. Savard shot it back. His Glasgow going in. Connor shoots it. Good!
It slipped underneath Palmatier. And the Montreal Canadiens lead the series 3-0 on that peculiar goal. Palmatier still down on his knees. Now he's up, but the Montreal Canadiens have won this hockey game 4-3 on a very unusual goal that slipped through the pads of Palmatier.
You really have to feel badly for Palmatier because that man really came up with a good effort, and I'm sure he's in tears right now. And Napier, you know, he just let it go with the net, and Palmatier was going down and somehow went right between his legs and into the net.
Well, it was Cam Connor who saw very little action, but he came through, and that paid off that hunch or strategy by Scotty Bowman to start and play a few of these fellows who hadn't been on the ice much. Connor, with one goal beside his name in the scoring stats, comes through with the overtime winner here. Watch it again. Connor slides it right through the legs. It was a slow motion goal. Maybe that's what fooled Palmatier, who was so brilliant here.
Well, the Canadiens broke away in that 2-on-1, and a good pass set Connor in. But again, you know, he actually fanned on the shot. It looked like
he didn't
went off the end of his stick, and Palmatier was going down, went right through his legs.
Well, you're right. He fanned on the shot, but he'll take it, and people, months, weeks, days from now will forget how it went in, but it went in.
Look at that. Isn't that amazing?
And that spoiled things for the Leaf fans here tonight who were hoping for the Leafs to get back in the series with an overtime victory against Montreal, but it turned in reverse, and Montreal wins it 4-3.
So the final score, Montreal 4, Toronto 3.